Good team on it. Good team on it. Come on. Man out. Under 10. Under 10.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 43.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Gone. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You got nothing in there.
3rd and long. It's gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Big air. Check it back.
Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Value 3. Recon, 152 fighter. That's all right. Watch twist. Right there. 12. 54 Mike.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Play 20. Check. Great play. I'm going to run you over.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check 31. What's up? I got motion there. Me. I got this. Check 4.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
59 mark, check, 59. Got value 1. Like 59. Hey, orbit.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change of quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Goff now to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
1st down.
180. 56. You remember me? You remember me?
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 50, it's Goff. Down he goes. The 49ers get there. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
50 seconds to Mike. Let's go.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Bound to lose one. Check, check. Fresh down, fresh down, fresh down. Motion, motion, I got one. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Check, check. Hold on. Check, check, check.
Now Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill. 2 for 1.
Gone. He gets it to Cooks. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
First down, Rams.
Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Goff. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Rams 14, 49ers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Switch out. Deuce. Wait. 36.
Throwing again. Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Okay, ready. Go 58 to the mic. Go. Over. 58 to the mic. 58 to the mic.
On 3rd down, Dobbs. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football, and he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
We go tonight. 20.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Tiger. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Out of the gun. Gone. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Rams 21, 49ers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Dobbs. Open man is Samuel, complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Samuel, the 36 overall pick in last year's draft. Played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign. 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The 40-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Here we go.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a 49er 1st down.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, Downs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Dobbs. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Check 26, check 26.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dobbs toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. 3rd down here. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now it's gone. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Slam, slam, slam.
Here's Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
So again, they run with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
We go, Todd. 180.
54 miles. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Turn up. Go, 12. Let's go. Turn up.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Here's Goff. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing here, Dobbs. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
To throw on third down, Dobbs. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. John Johnson with the INT. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
By 20.
Throwing on third. Gone. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They begin the drive with Coleman. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes the 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Breida. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Dobbs. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
3 down, 3 down.
From the shotgun, here's Downs. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's it, baby. We got work.
30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Goff now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On the toss, it's Gurley. Oh, nice move. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
My 20. 54. Right here, right here. We're good, we're good. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. 11. 11. 54. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
80. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Turn it out. Watch out. It's up.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Motion. Reset. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, D.
They'll run on first down. It's Henderson, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Dobbs. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Dobbs now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Dobbs. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Dobbs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Now a run with Henderson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Back to throw. Gone. And Woods has it complete.
Complete to Robert Woods. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Tighten up. Check 37. Check. Rounders. What?
56. Mike, 56.
80 weapon.
56.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Check 9. Check 9.
Gurley again here on 1st down. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
handoff, going to give this one to Henderson. And he stopped immediately there. K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
180. Line 54. Line 54. Hit. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Again, it's Henderson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. On third down, here's Henderson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get...
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
You go tight. You got tight right there.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That second down play nets a -4. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Now Dobbs, and that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for L.A., it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.